Some of you might have forgot. Josh had a cup of coffee with the Colts. Jets, too, right?
That was nostalgia for me.
That was taking
I
it back
balled
time.
out that game, too.
You did?
I was against the Washington Commanders. But we balled out against them.
All right, so what do you remember about your time there?
A lot. I was finally able to get to the playoffs. I was finally, through a long career, and that was my last season, I was finally able to get to the playoffs. We beat the Cincinnati Bengals, and then we played the next week against the Broncos, and then the last game was the Tailgate. So I was able to get to the AFC Championship, and it kind of capped off my career. It was a good.
You were a Colt, too. You played back in the old
But you don't have any video of me, so what it means, I played so long ago there's no video?
I mean, our archives are kind of far in the back. They're a little
right.
dusty.
No.
We could probably come up with something.
I had the cool pleasure of playing with Jeff George. I led the AFC in receiving.
Look at that. There you go.
Yep, I led the AFC in receiving in '93, and I played with my dear friend who passed away a year or so ago. It's Tony Saragusa.
Yeah.
So those are and Don Manili, who also passed away, was a scout who came from Cleveland to get me down in Elizabeth City. He ended up with Indy, and we had a relationship my whole career.
What was Jeff George like? He seemed to have such a big personality. Sometimes people loved him.
Exactly that. He had a gun. But, you know, I played with Bernie, and Bernie had these intangibles in the fourth quarter that were, you know, you can't write it down. You just have to see it happen or be in the huddle. Jeff didn't have those same intangibles, and that team just didn't have the fire of the guys that I played with here in Cleveland for 7 years. So it was a big difference for me. I enjoyed the guys in Indy, but as far as playing with teams and teammates that got more out of me, it was here in Cleveland.
It was the exact opposite for me. You know, we went through so many quarterbacks here in Cleveland. Yeah. And then I had Andrew Luck. So huddle, that offensive huddle was a lot different. We'd break the huddle, and we'd go out there knowing it was going to be success. He'd get in the huddle, and he'll joke around. Hey, guys, we're going to run this super secret play and call a fake play. And we're like, man, what you talking about? But he had such an ease with it that we didn't have here in Cleveland, such refreshment. Yeah. And he was a down-to-earth guy. That was Andrew Luck, and I was sorry to see because I was in the Pro Bowl with him, him and Reggie Wayne, who I played with before going to the Colts. So it was a good rapport that we had.
You see, that's the difference of the experience of playing with teams that win.
Yes.
There's a softness about it. There's a friendship about it. People like to win football games. They tend to play harder for each other. They play hurt. They do these other little things that, I mean, it's guys that are losing, they're like, nah, man,
and it's
I broke my nail.
I'm
not playing this week.
They're saving themselves.
Right.
Controversy.